Welcome to day 3 of DreamLeague Season 5. We're live here from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios, and today we have a fairly short day of Dota 2 for you. We have one series only, but the series is going to be amazing. It's going to be Team Spirit taking on Vega Squadron, and of course, once again, I am joined by Andy, Owen, and Slax. Gentlemen, welcome back. How are you all doing today?
Oh, so wonderful. What a night. What a night of Dota, gentlemen. Whew. Things went ham. I went to sleep, I woke up, and the world's all different, and I can't wait for this brave new world that we call Dota 2. How you guys doing?
I mean, I'm better now. I just kept getting yelled at because we were talking about stuff, and you two were just like, stop talking!
Yeah.
You can't talk about this anymore!
We're going to talk about it on camera.
Hey,
So basically, these two, or three rather, we were discussing, obviously...
She just threw you under the bus.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were discussing the changes made to... I was listening. I wasn't really talking, I was listening. So I was partly, accomplice. But we were obviously talking about roster changes and impacts and roster locks and timings and possibilities of free agents now running the streets. And we wanted to be able to talk about that on the show a little bit as well, because that is the hot topic today in Dota 2. So gonna try to recapture some of what the conversation that these already had, even though we tried to have them not have that very conversation, but for people that have missed it, which can happen.
Yeah.
Just a quick rundown. So about, when was it? Midnight or 4 a.m., 3 a.m.?
For us.
About
For
3
us,
or 4 a.m.
3 or 4 a.m.
I'd
our
say,
time,
yeah.
CET. There was the message that it was going to be Weehaw and Misery. They were no longer part of Secret, and that was out first. And then everybody started speculating what's going to happen. Yeah. And then a few hours after that, it was Kamal, the owner of Team Secret, that posted on Twitter that Arteezy and Universe are now part of Team Secret.
Whew.
And that leaves us thinking, but what about EG?
Right.
And it's 4 days till roster lock, and this is the stage that we're in right now. What is going to happen?
Oh, man. I mean, I'm just blown away overall by the changes that have happened. Universe has always been, in my opinion, one of the best Dota players in the world, and he's always been EG. There's Fear, Universe, and PPD. That's it. Welcome to EG. And the fact that he got dragged over to Secret is mind-blowing, and I cannot wait to see what smart people think about this, because this is out of control.
Basically, so we're only asking Andy here.
Andy,
Whoa.
tell me about it.
Owen's smart in some respects.
Yeah, he's great on the Maymays from 2013.
Sure.
He really has
Professor
a great...
Meme.
He's got a great grasp of the Maymays, but...
No, I mean, I think on paper, it's you look at that team now, and it's, Envy, Puppy, Pylai, Arteezy, and Universe. And it's just like, how does that... this is scary to me because it's very similar to what DK was, right? And was it 2014, 2013, something like that?
14.
And it was that team where you're like, can they actually lose a game with this lineup?
And then
here's the thing, right? Yeah, they actually disappointed a lot of people, but I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it was a bunch of people on the same team, very similar to the first iteration of Secret, who were all, 2 or 3 of them were shot callers in game. Right? So I think that's kind of where the chemistry started to malfunction, is everyone has very strong opinions on how they want to play the game, and there wasn't just like one unified voice. And I think that's really what kind of set them apart. So now you don't really have that same thing anymore, because Puppy and Pylai are the two who are pretty much going to be doing most of the calls, and that's normal. You have one person in game who does the drafting and decision making, and then as the game goes on, even they say during Shanghai, there were points where Envy was making calls when he had the Slark Rapier game, but that's one of those things that's not going to happen too often. I really feel like this team is obviously going to be the team to look out for. And if you can't imagine what it's going to be like now, imagine that this is going to be the same team that is potentially going to TI as well. So they're only going to get better from this point.
I would say, skip potentially. They locked in. You're not going to invite Team Secret if you're Valve. They're going to TI, guys.
Yeah.
Spoiler
whoa,
alert.
Hey, whoa.
Spoiler alert.
Whoa, I don't know about that. Okay, and we haven't heard anything from you yet. What's going on?
No, anyway, she was probably right. I mean, you're still, I'm just going to get
Probably
sick.
right.
Not about that.
I want to disagree, but it's like,
Right.
if you've got these 5 guys on your team and they're not making it to TI6, something's gone wrong in the world of Dota.
Yeah, okay, well, let's do the rundown here. We have EE. He is probably one of the best carries in the world. We have Arteezy. He's probably one of the best mids in the world. Now you have the offlaner, who doesn't cause a lot of problems, Universe. One of the best, the best probably.
I was going to say, you keep saying one of the best, but in many cases here, it's the best, yeah.
Then you have Pylai, who single-handedly won Shanghai Major, basically.
Yeah, he stepped
Just
it up.
by himself.
His line, literally, it's either ban it or lose. And now you have Puppy, the best captain in the world, some would say. Seems like the best team. However, I think they're going to lose like crazy.
Why?
I mean, you're just making that because you want to make the bold call.
I am
that they
not
lose.
making a bold
you
prediction.
Don't have, there's nothing
you know,
that
the
you're
last
basing
time I felt this
prediction
confident
on.
about a team, it was called Team Secret at TI5. I said, how could they possibly lose? They're going to do amazing. These guys are all the best of the best. They went in and they got absolutely destroyed. I don't know why it is. I think maybe it's just big personalities. I hope that they do. I hope that they don't do well, you betrayers. I hope you.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
I love PPD.
That's heavy right
How
there.
could you do this to me? No, I'm actually excited to be an EG fan now. I'm an underdog kind of guy.
Excuse me. Okay,
What's up?
so rumors, right? There's a lot of rumors going
God.
around, and there was one specific post on Reddit.
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 What is
Oh
this
my God,
place?
this is absolutely.
Are we
One-
believing things that we read there
One
now?
specific post on Reddit said that, and he called some shots already correct, because he called that Universe and Artesia
Yeah.
would move to Team Secret. He also speculated / called that Fear and Sumail would leave, and according to this specific throwaway account, would move to Digital Chaos, which would leave PPD the only EG player left. So good luck rooting for
You can do it, PPD.
I mean, I guess it can move to like a game where he doesn't need a team. It can go do Hearthstone or something, you know.
You know
Just on his own.
what? He could absolutely be a great analyst or a panelist.
PPD.
Hang it up.
Let's get him in. Let's get him
Replace
in.
me. No, but
Yeah, let's get this lad out. Buy Slacks for PPD's joining.
in all honesty, Secret's going to be a team to deal with, but I am much more interested in who is going to be the replacement on EG, what that team's going to look like, if those rumors are going to be true. Personally, I don't think those rumors are true.
Okay.
Mostly
reckon,
because I feel like Suns fan would have had a heart attack if he was able to acquire Fear. Just Fear. I mean,
Yeah.
Fear
I mean,
is...
That was part of the rumor, by
Yeah,
the way, that
right.
They
indeed
would go to
Sumail and
DC.
Fear would go to Digital Chaos, and Digital Chaos would... actually, Resolution is already removed from Digital Chaos,
he's
or
tweeted about
removed
it.
or left. We don't really know that one.
Right.
But then Resolution would be in America, ready for PPD to pick up. So, you know, there's rumors there too.
Because I think it's like, because as well, you got to look at stuff that people have said. So Sumail, he tweeted something about, you know, he made a little bit of a jibe, like might actually start winning lands again. Now you got to look at that. Is that him flaming Artesian Universe for leaving? Which I don't know, because I always imagined that Sumail probably got on with those two guys. So I
At
don't know if
least
he
with
flamed
Universe.
them, or is he flaming the fact that is he flaming EG and he's indicating that he's left EG and now he's with DC and he's with a group of people that he feels more confident with. So that's why he's actually making that call out.
Man, I don't know. I just don't. How do you leave a team like EG? These guys have some cojones, man. I mean, you're going to play second place in the last 4 tournaments. You're going to win the international.
I think a lot of it has to do with team atmosphere. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter how good you do if you don't want to be with somebody on the same team. Like, believe it or not, even with the roster locks, a lot of people are still unhappy with their teammates. You know, it just happens. And because they still have some freedom to switch teams, that you have these situations where people are going to move around. And if they're not happy with who they're playing with, regardless of whether or not it's performance-based or attitude-based, it's the same. You know, the result is always going to be the people who are going to move.
And that's one thing that we will never know about. We think that they're all friends and having a nice time, and in reality, it could just be they could all hate each other and been looking for this for years. We'll never know. But we do know that no matter what, DC is probably going to be in trouble.
In trouble?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
From what we're thinking,
I don't
they've got
know.
the
How many-
possibilities to step it up. Suns fan might have been playing the long game here and he's won.
I don't know. How many American teams are there for EG to kind of take players from if they're actually missing people?
Maybe they could take the last 2 NA players of Complexity.
No,
And then
Complexity,
Complexity would
are
be
you
all
kidding?
EU. We are a mystery to Complexity.
I think Complexity already locked.
Yeah, no, Swindles would never let
Second
one of his
NA team,
teammates leave.
5 EUs.
Swindles would kill a guy before he allowed him to leave
And it would be
Complexity.
him and his brother that are the only Americans. So.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
true, yeah. Swindles and PPD teaming up. Let's do it.
No,
No,
that was literally never going to happen.
Let's do it.
Nope.
I don't know. It's a
about
crazy
Nutella?
world that we live in.
They did it with Sumail. They grabbed one of the highest players from the rankings
Yeah,
and the
but
leaderboards.
here's
and
the
just
problem: is
played with them.
if you only have one person, right? Like hypothetically speaking, if the entire team except for PPD is gone, you need to find another support and an offlaner, which are 2 harder roles to fulfill than just getting a mid or a safe lane. If you're bringing one core into the team and it's just like a safe lane or a mid, it's a lot easier because you can give that person direction. You can tell them what they're supposed to do. But if he has to captain an entirely like new team, then it's like not
gotta
easy.
balance it out.
You want at least 2 experienced players,
Right.
like minimum, bare minimum.
And finding a NA support these days, it's a tough order. I mean, there's not too many around. I do know of one. He's about 6'5", currently talking right now, and he plays a hell of a good Omni Knight PPD if you're watching. I'm available, buddy. But anyway.
If he wasn't already sad enough, now he has this to just pile
Come
on the
on,
rest
we
of
don't
his
want the man
problems.
to off himself.
He would
you know?
just quit, if there was a possibility. But we've talked a lot about that. What else we got? We got a lot of other things happening in the Dota world these days after last night. I think so.
Well, the update, obviously,
Oh, yeah,
with
right.
the new skill ceiling, you know.
Right.
So you actually made a big post because there was a lot. First of all, the patch came out, spring cleaning, and there were a lot of people not liking, for example, the fact that if you now place a ward, you see the spawn boxes of the neutral camp, so you can block or counter wards more professionally, more efficiently, if you will. You also have, if the tower attacks you, the tower shows who it is attacking, and it's very clear.
Worth noting, it doesn't just, you have to actually select the tower to see that, I believe.
Right.
So it doesn't just have this big flashy kind of light show going around, like, do, we're shooting you, do. You actually have to select the tower, I believe, and then it has like a red kind of a highlight on who it's going to indicate to hit next.
As far as the warding thing goes, it's pretty much a buff to new players, like straight up.
Yes.
Yep.
Because obviously anyone who has like experienced a pro player knows where all the ward spots are. They're more proficient in counter warding and stuff like that. So anybody who is maybe newer to the game is going to have a bigger advantage.
It's quite nice for
in that
Sin's
regard.
team, you know. Okay, just in time at the beginning of this
Got him.
No, but it is pretty much just a flat buff. But if you think of it this way, you're only going to be in games where you're relatively the same skill.
Yeah.
Okay, so like if you're playing ranked, unranked, it's the same. There's still a matchmaking algorithm. So that in of itself shouldn't matter too much unless for some reason you're stacking like 2Ks against 5Ks, which should never happen. So, I mean, it shouldn't really affect the way the game is played. That's basically what I'm getting at.
Some pro players, though, have kind of problems with that area, and that should take away that. I mean, I've seen pro players all the time kind of do some miswarding and try to de-ward.
Well, a lot of it's because the way that they ward is more, it's not necessarily intuition, but like based on map movement, for example.
Right.
Like say, for instance, you're like sitting middle lane and somebody goes missing and they walk past a ward and then you move out of vision, right? Like a good player will notice when you start moving and be able to say, okay, there could be a ward here. And maybe it's at the top rune spot and there's like 3 different places you can ward. Maybe he misses, you know, that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
But it's just a general idea that you know where the vision is generally, but you might not always hit the D ward 100% of the time. Whereas now it's just like if you're trying to block creep camps, you know exactly where they are every single time.
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big supporter of opening up the game and making it more intuitive for a growing player base. I don't think I've ever said this on a stream or anything, but the first time I ever saw Dota, my first quote was, "There is the first Valve game I'm never going to play." That was my first
How'd that
quote.
work out for you?
Not accurate. But intuitively, I mean, it's extremely difficult to get into. It doesn't look very good as a new player because too much stuff is going on. And kind of a lot of the community has this kind of thing where they think like
Elitist.
Yeah, we're elitist. We're better. They have what I call a mod mentality, not a mob, but a mod mentality. As in, we're not mainstream. We do this because it's hard. We do this because we're elite. You know.
We are kind of mainstream.
I mean,
Well, now we are, but a lot of the community, this community, in fact, grew from a place of we go off from the different thing. They're selling us this game. We're gonna make our own, and then we're gonna make it super hard.
We're the elitist hipsters of
People are
mobile
still
games.
calling Shadowblade Lothars for
Do we have
God's sakes.
fedoras sitting anywhere?
Oh yeah, but
I was just asking.
but I'm saying like now that the game is becoming more mainstream, we're trying to make esports mainstream. You need to kind of appeal to an audience, or at least make it a little bit more attractive to new players. And I think that it's a good thing, good practice to have.
If that is kind of ultimately the reason why you're introducing features like this, why a few people have suggested, I've seen the idea being bandied about, why not have it so you do have these things being added to the game, but you exclude them from ranked matchmaking and you exclude them from tournament play as well. So, you know, the pro teams send, I'm sorry, you're going to have to queue on unranked a few times. You just keep those features in unranked matchmaking.
Right, and that was me.
Oh, did you suggest that?
That
I did not read your post.
Well,
I saw
so
Action
it's all
Slack,
good, it's all
second
good.
post on Reddit. It's going to be awful. I'm
it's
not reading
always-
this.
It is first now.
It's been an idea
wow,
from
better
me.
give it a
Oh
read.
boy.
I mean, it's higher than
Right.
than the shuffle.
Well, it's been
Go
a good
on.
idea, I think, for me. I've been thinking about this for a long time of having a differentiation between unranked and ranked. Unranked could be a wonderful place where you have all these things that kind of help you out a little bit, little bonuses, and help you kind of
Learn more?
Learn more. But not only that, but also make a more serious tone to ranked matchmaking. We all have people that join in ranked that are just, I don't care, I want to have a good time. Having features taken away in ranked where you have to show off your skills could make kind of everybody's experience of matchmaking a lot more fun and interesting. So
more for sure.
I love it. I think that would be a
have
cool change that would appeal
Put
to
it in
everybody.
unranked. Don't put it in ranked.
The only downside that I can think of is that it could increase like what people call ladder anxiety, right? Like people who are playing like normal games, they have all these little things that help them out, and then they have to queue for ranked, and they want to play ranked, but they're scared to do it.
The barrier is very high.
It's like hard to do.
Yeah.
So
Go play
that's the
LOL
only
then,
thing.
bro.
But I like the general idea, right? Like the general idea is this is a place where you can go to practice,
Yeah.
you know, and it's more like a skirmish match, and maybe you don't take it as seriously because of that as well. Like your mentality could change based on the differences between ranked and unranked. But it's a cool idea.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But I'm never against making the game more approachable for new players and more fun to play in general. Because a lot of people seem to forget that Dota can be fun.
It can't be fun. Not in ranked.
You know
No,
when we had
it's not
fun?
fun.
What's up?
We had fun yesterday.
That's right.
That's right. Yesterday we had 4 games of Dota being played. And we can actually take a look at the recap of those 4 games.
He's going to start the battle, but Quaifer jumps in, gets the first Hex off. Kessie coming as well, he's got the Roar, locks down FN. Can they save FN? The Luchador comes out, but he doesn't matter, he's down. Starting to move in onto No One's OD. He's going to defensively Astral himself, but it looks like he'll still be in trouble. They take down Mag on the Barrow. Quaifer pops the Refresher. Oh, the Refresh come out with OD, but it's too late. He's already dead now with the Burst Strike. Onto FN. FN brought back for this one. He's been hexed up. He's going to go down for a second time. GG is called. It's over. Can they go for the plays? Yeah. Oh, he's trying for it. Oh, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. No one's going to be able to get himself the Aegis. Era will get Shallow Grey. Smack it away at Quaifer. This was, of course, a buyback. This could be a dieback potentially from the Luchador. Sunstrike. It's on point, but Quaifer lives. The root's there on FN. He's trying to turn and fight. The Cleaver's doing a lot, but the no dignity incredibly low, but they're somehow living through this. No one looking for Yap, so we'll get it. Can this Invoker clean up? With the help of Mag, it looks like he will probably be able to. 4 down. Vega will back up, and now Kefka jumping forward, trying to get a bash on solo. He's going to debate FN looking for the jump in. He's coming in very greedily. He pops one Remnant out. Thundergod's Wrap comes through. Remnant's off to the side. FN drops the chains. Is he going to be able to live, pull himself up? He's going to be fine by the looks of it. Only just Chen living as well, and now the turnaround. Double kill here for the Zeus. Going to get more. FN's come back in after this one. Bots back to base. Now comes in looking for Kefka. He's going to get it. He's going to get it as well. Killing spree.
That was
the
so
Emperor.
nicely done.
So swapping onto the bear here, the punishment.
This is the second bear as well. Oh, that curse!
Oh, Lena just getting ripped to shreds by her teammates, and they're going to get the Venge as well. All right, holding on. FN pulls the BKB, starts to retreat solo as well, tries for it, but it's a double kill for Kefka. It'll be a big one if they can get it with a Frostbite. They're going to do it.
Nicely
They're
done.
going to do it. London Conspiracy, hold on.
So there were 2 series that went 1-1 yesterday, where Vega actually played both of those series. We can take a look at where they end up on the standings as we have those updated for you. And they should be on top of the leaderboards because they have played most games. It's just that simple. They've played 6 games, 4 wins, 2 losses. And as you can see, we've only had 4 teams play today. Just a quick note.
Yes.
Only the top 3 move on to land finals, so it's a hard cut there.
Oh.
So it's a rough competition, but we have still got 4 teams that haven't played a single game yet. One of those teams is Team Spirit.
Team Spirit. I am so pumped
Yes.
for Team Spirit. We've been waiting for somebody to be able to put up a real good competition for Vega, and I think Team Spirit is...
Oh,
no. That's
Sax
an
is
early
talking.
button.
Can't have that.
Okay. Let's take care of this. Drasky, why don't you hit this red button for us here?
This don't work up anymore. That's awful.
Excellent.
That's some Shanghai Major stuff there.
Oh,
Hey, Script.
Give
How you
that
doing?
a black package for me.
Oh,
Thank you.
Boy, oh
wow.
boy.
He does
Hello.
have the Shanghai Major hoodie on. I don't know
Yeah, he
about
does.
that, though.
What is happening behind us? Is that thing all right?
What is this?
It's having a seizure.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I have a thing called Puppy, because it is International Puppy Day, I see.
Hey,
Hashtag National
hey.
Puppy Day,
National
apparently.
Puppy Day.
Today it is International Puppy Day. That means we need puppies on stream. Please! I do not want the cardboard puppy production, please. Where's my real life
That's
version?
cheap. We want a real one.
Take care of this puppy. To take care of this puppy. To take care of this, Puppy will be casted with OD Pixel. I can read. Puppy will be casted with OD Pixel. And this is Puppy spelled with like this. Like with the E.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. Draskell will remain in his chair
Oh.
for the rest of the broadcast.
I like how I'm just being told. It's like, no, you can't go
You
anywhere.
will
You are
not
staying
move.
here.
It is
right.
actually International Puppy
It
Day.
is International Puppy Day, and
Why is there a cat shooting through?
you're going to be
What the hell
casting
is
with
going on
a
here?
puppy. Wink, wink.
The
This puppy.
This
You're
puppy,
gonna be
the
casting
actual
with-
puppy.
Basically,
No,
we
not
have
the
we have
actual puppy.
the same guy that was in the bunny suit This is just gonna sit there with this now the whole time. I bet.
I think we're just gonna put Drasko in a puppy suit. I'm 99% sure.
Why is there no real life puppy?
Huh?
I want like.
I want a physical puppy.
Real life puppy has a restraining order against
here.
me. So
Here, boy. No. I just tried.
You tried your best.
good job, Shoes.
I mean, what the best thing would be is like you know the puppy Labradors. I want like 5 of them running around the corner and coming up here right now. That would be amazing. Never mind. Okay. I'll just
That
put
would
this
be
here.
incredible.
Just
Here,
cheaper
you can
things.
have it. It's not real.
I would take some pugs. Some beautiful little pugs. What's your favorite dog, Drasko?
I like golden retrievers.
Cool.
Yeah, my
Cool.
grandparents had them when I was young. They were really chill dogs.
Seemed like a good, loyal hunting dog for you.
Hey,
Mostly
if that's
just
the
laid
case,
around, actually.
can we because you're staying.
Can
we
you don't
replace
have to
him?
like tell it to me like I'm being
Yeah,
punished.
No,
you
I
are
want to
staying.
replace.
You're
Staying in
here.
this chair, Andy.
Dude, read that
happening?
on the back. It says Drasko will be staying in his chair.
Drasko, please make sure that Drasko remains in his chair for the rest of the broadcast.
Restrained
He
Drasko.
must not be allowed to leave under any circumstances.
Can we replace that guy?
Yeah, no more OD,
Well,
please.
this guy, this
I beg you.
Cardboard.
I want Waga.
Well,
Come. Hey Waga, what's your favorite dog?
Doberman. Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Had a Doberman when I was a kid.
But they're like the guard dogs. And they stare
Typically.
so intensely, and they have to point the.
They're loving.
But they're not fluffy and
They,
furry.
I
They're not-
mean, like all dogs, they become what you
mean,
raise
they're
them to
short
be.
fur
If you
dogs.
just put them in some junkyard or whatever,
No, but
sure.
because they have like that smooth skin that's like.
They're extremely kind dogs, you know.
Yeah. No, I don't
Also,
judge that. I
it
don't-
was
I
kind
don't
of
know
fun. I was like 6 years old when we got it, so I was walking around, like 70 years old with a fully grown Doberman.
Are you just the same height?
Yeah, that's cool.
It was pretty big, and I was rather small as a kid, so
Just
it
a
looked kind of
boy and
strange.
this dog. Beautiful. Well, we don't have any puppies, but we sure do have a guy with puppy dog eyes.
Oh.
So beautiful. Look at him. Anyway, before I was so strangely interrupted by this tangent, we were
Yeah.
talking about the joys and wonders of Team Spirit. Can we get back into that? They've got a newish roster I'm very interested to get into. Do you guys know anything about what we're going to be seeing here today? Because I do believe that these guys could be some good competition for Team Vega.
Yes. So we have no more Ramses and no more Afterlife, and that means that there's a core player and a offlaner position free. It was Illidan for the core player that they got, and they got Funnick as their offlaner.
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because the roster is brand new. Have they scrimmed together that much? Like, we don't have any
Probably
inside
not.
information.
They played
so-
one game yesterday. That's the only game they've played together. They
But
have played
was
one
it an actual game, or was it just like a scrim?
There was one game
Yep.
in a competition somewhere.
And a competition
not DreamLeague.
somewhere.
Not music, so
Okay.
I didn't pay attention to the
In a
logo
remote
that much.
competition.
I mean-
But they won, and it was against Power Rangers.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's really hard to say until you actually see the team. And since
Yes.
it's like brand new, one game played up against Vega, whoever plays less players, you kind of have to still think that Vega are probably going to be going into that with some kind of advantage.
Well,
You
this is
said
what I
Vega
like
were
to
going to
watch,
get
though.
top 3. You can't just
I know Vega
flip-flop
are going to
because-
get... I'm not flip-flopping, but
All right.
Illidan is
Every
the
time-
EE of CIS,
Every
dude.
single time anything happens or changes, and no matter what it is, Action Slack's just like, change, exciting.
I still think Vega's going to win. I
Oh,
think
we
they're
have
gonna
you
be
in the
good
chair the whole
competition.
day. Waga, finally, maybe
Well-
he's gonna be right.
I've got someone, yeah. Well, the thing is, I prefer to watch a team when it's in the new state because
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
not sure what they're going to do. They're not sure what they're going to do. And it just makes
see
it
them growing.
more interesting. So for me, watching Illidan and what he can do with this team is going to be super exciting.
What do you think? Are they gonna win?
They're going to pick
You want to call
Morphling.
something?
Oh,
Why are they gonna pick Morphling?
Because Illidan only plays Morphling.
no, he doesn't. He
And
plays
Slark.
a lot of Morphling.
He
yeah.
plays Silencer,
He plays Slark, he plays
No,
Morphling.
that was a VP thing. That wasn't an Illidan thing.
but he
yeah.
Well,
That was FNG's
Yeah,
idea,
he
not
doesn't-
Illidan's.
It's
He doesn't play
Illidan is the one that actually started hitting the leaderboards hard when he got removed from
Yeah, he
First
was
Pro,
number
right?
one. Yeah.
And he is number one, or was?
I think he is number
Yeah,
one
right
still.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't checked in a while, but he
And
was
they're broken,
Batman dropped
apparently.
and
They're
he
broke
got number
anyway.
one.
We don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
So was it
worry
with
about
Morphling that he came to the top?
Well, the thing is, he plays Morphling a lot. He plays some CK, he plays a lot of Slark, but mostly
Oh.
Morphling. And no one else really spams it that much. And yes, it's definitely his most successful hero. And it's annoying. He's good at it.
What about some other people from that team? We got Funnick. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Bat Rider player, right?
Yeah,
One of the most
way
famous
back
in the world.
day. Yeah,
way
he
back
was-
in the
Yeah.
day. Could see a resurgence of that. We also have Go Black.
You go
Right?
back, yeah.
What does that guy play?
Well,
Tree and
Goblak is the
Abaddon.
one who brought the OD Treant strats, like not the current patch OD, like
no.
old OD.
I hate him.
Oh,
You know,
no,
this
no,
is
no.
like a long time ago.
Do you think, because we see Goblak picking, he likes Treant, he likes Abaddon, he likes the healer
He likes defensive
heroes.
supports.
He's an Iron Talent abuser.
And would this be
Yeah.
an Omni Knight
He
OD
is,
picker?
Of course.
I hope so. I've been
Goblak
waiting
would
for
be
an
one.
Omni
I
Knight
think
all
like
day.
if you're gonna have an Omni Knight OD, it would be Goblak. to
Yeah.
have.
And the OD tree synergy is also actually decent. Like it's one of the few mids who I think partners really well with it. So
You see, you guys are only saying positive things about this team, man. They're gonna take out. They're gonna.
I mean,
show
the thing
some
is,
strength.
Goblak is a good captain, and all of their players on
Goblak
paper
is-
are also
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So it's like the team should perform well, but will it? Because in the past, as a new team, it's very volatile. So not gonna know until we see a game.
True. But Vega had changes too. I mean, they got their new
Yeah.
players, so we
They
got
did.
volatility all around,
Yeah,
folks.
and
If
they
that's a
didn't look
word.
completely decisive yesterday as well. Vega, they have, you know, some signs of weakness, targeting different heroes, not really on the same page. So today, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We will see. How do you feel like that mid lane matchup is gonna be? You got no one on one side,
Yeah,
who was considered to be one of the rising stars, right? And then
He's super
Iceberg
good.
yeah. He's talented.
is the other rising star because they're both relatively new players.
I think no one is going to win it, but I mean, it comes down, it's hard to say. Just not in terms of skill, individual mid skill, I would say no one is better.
Yeah, but it's all hero matchup too. Sometimes you just
Yeah.
get a bad matchup, and it's like, what can you do?
Both players are a mean invoker. Is it gonna be a ban? Like talking about first bans?
I mean,
I think OD is gonna be banned.
I think Invoker will make it through the bans, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Really?
Like there are so many heroes right now that you need to respect.
Okay,
There's,
then
you
I
know,
can call it. Anybody that has invoker wins the game.
Dang.
What?
I think
What a
that's gonna
call.
be because I think both Iceberg and No One are so good in that hero. You just can't let them have that. They're gonna dominate the game. It's just.
I think that
done.
yesterday Vega showed that they can deal with Invoker anyway. Like they have a good idea of what they want to do with it and against it. So I mean, letting Invoker through, I agree with Waga. I think it's probably just going to be through, and I think
Okay.
that OD is more likely just going to be banned, especially since I feel like the hero in general is just a little bit stronger, and also because the synergy with like Goblak, obviously picking more defensive supports, it's better to have OD on a team like that than it is to have it on a team like Vega. I feel so.
Okay, by the way, people, the last 2 days we were waiting for a patch to happen. Patch has happened, so you can obviously still check out the DreamLeague Twitter account. But if you want to watch the games in the client for free, you can now check out, because there's a ticket in the store, so the games are ticketed, and you can watch for free, so you don't need to buy a ticket, it's for free. Also, it is, I think the line is, do you want more? Then you can go to DH
Why did you
DreamLeague on
yell it?
Snapchat, because that's what it says. It says like with an exclamation mark, do you want more?
That is a
Look.
question mark.
That is.
It is
That's
in
a
all
qu-
caps, to be fair.
Do you want more? What do you want? There's a
go-
Snapchat.
There's a Snapchat, and
Oh.
actually Marie has been Snapchatting loads, so make sure to check that out. It
Check
is
it out.
DH DreamLeague, and I just said it was Marie checking Snapchat, but
Yeah.
please be nice with the Snapchats you send her back. I don't know if she checks them. She's not gonna check them, so don't even try. We are in the draft. Let's take a look.
What's happening?